Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So let's get right into it. We have some trade rumors, news, and notes to go over today. So the first thing that we have is an apparent rumor about Kirill Kaprizov in the summer emerged that he was, quote, intrigued about wanting to play with the Blackhawks. Now, this one was really interesting to me because, I mean, the Blackhawks obviously currently aren't good. But this just shows the pull of what I call a star player. If you have the pull of a star player, it will attract other stars because they want to play with them. All right? Whether you have a McDavid or a Matthews, other players will be gravitating towards your franchise because of that. But it would be unbelievable for them to get Kaprizov. Now, he is 2 years until his contract is up. However, I think that he could absolutely be moved. And I would love the Chicago Blackhawks to, start to speed up their rebuild a bit. I mean, the thing is, when you have a guy like Bedard, they have their high pick this year, you can absolutely accelerate your rebuild, right? I wouldn't mind maybe next year Kirill Kaprizov coming to the Blackhawks. That would make a lot of sense to me. And again, this just shows the pull of star power, guys. Now, Lazarus from The Athletic did report on this first. Now, he clarified, though, that he did misspeak during this. And what he means by that is that he knows that Kirill Kaprizov is, quote, intrigued by the possibility of playing with a Bedard. Essentially, this generation's Marian Hossa is what he was describing it. Obviously, he more spoke as in that it was imminent, that it was going to happen, and it was imminent. That obviously isn't entirely true, but I would absolutely not discount this eventually happening. Like I said, guys, the Blackhawks, they're back, man. I'm telling you, when you get a player like Bedard, you get all these high picks. You don't want to always be bad, though. Like, I will say that. You don't want to be bad every single year. I think it's time for the Blackhawks to speed up their rebuild. I really, really do. I think that this team we're going to be just right where they were when they had the Tays and Kane and Hossa and all those guys in probably a couple of years. When you get a guy like Bedard, I'm going to be keeping a close eye on him this year. Okay, now over to the New York Rangers, which are... I don't know. I don't want to say the negotiations with Igor Shesterkin are going bad, necessarily. I wouldn't say that. But they certainly are... Shesterkin, he sounds like he wants to get paid and paid well. And again, I'm not going to hate on him. Why wouldn't you? But he's talking about, the Rangers are essentially saying, hey, listen, we'll pay you... we'll pay you like one of the best goalies in the league. But Shesterkin is essentially saying, no. I want to be the top goalie in the league. That's what he wants to be, the top goalie. That's why he's going for $12 million. And that's where the Rangers are having difficulties with him. And the player is using their trump card of saying, I'm not negotiating in season. So Shesterkin is really putting the screws to the Rangers right now. That's what it looks like to me. And I think that this is going to get spicy. I'm actually really, really interested to see what Shesterkin ends up getting. I touched on this in my other video. You guys should go watch that. But I don't know. We'll have to see. And Pierre LeBrun from TSN has, he all but confirmed that Igor Shesterkin had, quote, turned down a Carey Price style deal. Which is damn. Damn. The New York Rangers, it's not like I wouldn't say they're disrespectfully lowballing him or anything like that. So this is going to get real spicy. And the way Pierre LeBrun described it as that Shesterkin wants to, quote, blast through comparable deals. So he doesn't just want to be paid like one of his comparables. He wants to blast through that. This is I don't know what to say. I think Shesterkin's being a little ridiculous in my opinion. I understand if players can get it, they're entitled to do whatever the hell they want. But in my opinion, it's a little ridiculous. It's a little come on, man, you can't just stay. The New York Rangers are a pretty decent quality team. They're not perfect, but is it really that big of a deal to, just kind of make sure to stick around for I'm not even saying less money. I'm just saying, just a comparable contract like a UC Saros, Vasilevsky, and something like that. And he's already turned down a massive contract, man. It sucks, man, because I'm a huge fan of Shesterkin. He's a really, 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 really good goalie. He is one of the most consistent elite goalies in the National Hockey League. I love watching the Rangers just because of him. Well, and they're a pretty talented team as well. So, yeah, that's the news about the Rangers. Really interesting. Now, on to Oilers news. They are apparently, quote, not looking to trade Evander Kane. I mean, again, in this article in the Hockey Writers, they talk about it like, I don't know, man. Like, they talk about him as really, really good. He's okay. I think he's getting paid a little bit too much for what he is. I'm not saying he's like the Oilers have a lot of dead cap space. Like, they have a lot of players that they signed, but that's what happens when you have an elite player, like McDavid. I think that Evander Kane is good, but I'm just not sure if they should just be so against trading him, if you understand what I mean. Like, he's going to be out about 5 or 6 months, and then keep in mind, when he does come back, he just has to jump right into it. Like, it'll be like, around playoff time, not completely, but it'll be right about there, and he's gonna have to jump right back in an NHL lineup and get going. So, that's gonna be difficult for him. I wouldn't be against trading him, but it's like anything, like what do you get, right? I mean, he can bury 20. I just have never been the biggest fan of his overall point production for what he's getting paid. I think he scored about 44 points or something like that. I'll put the information up on the screen, and I'm sitting here being like, boy, oh boy, if you could trade him for a decent asset, if I was running the Oilers, I wouldn't be completely against that, but that's just my opinion. Other than that, though, the final thing that I really did want to touch on was just Jeremy Swayman. I don't think I put that in the title, but I can't keep my eyes off of this train wreck that's happening in Boston. And there was rumors that the Boston Bruins completely fumbled in the negotiations, and man, it's pretty interesting over there. I'm pretty interested to see what the hell happens with that, because it does not seem to be going well. The Bruins are obviously the type of team that will dig in. Like, they're a tough negotiating team, but I'm really interested to see it. Just when it gets kind of a little bit toxic like this in a negotiation, I mean, you never know what's going to happen. I would be very interested to see what happened with the trade. Like, it is true that Boston's obviously a very good defensive team, but Jeremy Swayman is also excellent player as well, goaltender as well. So I'm really interested to see what's going to happen there, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But hey, I appreciate you guys listening along to my video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, I would appreciate it. And have a great day, guys. Goodbye.